Hello, my no men. Welcome to another drop video. We've got for you TS parentheses S. TSS, it's a brand coming from Japan, helmed by Takuji Suzuki. He is a designer, textile producer, I guess not producer, but developer. You know, a lot of the cloths that you see here at TSS are going to be only cloths that you see at TSS because they're making stuff particularly to go into their garments. It's a brand that's kind of built about comfort, utility, and also just a little bit of swag. But it might be a little bit more than a little, if you know what I mean. The first thing we're going to start off with is their easy cardigan, their relaxed easy cardigan. It's a closureless, kind of just like, I guess, a Haori styled cardigan. You can kind of see it as what you'd usually wear just without any fuss of like any closures. You know, you just toss it on and it just has a very easy, nice look to it. Each season we get this. It's done in a different like kind of cloth and yarn on the outside. This year they're going with what they call a waffle rustle, which is I think kind of just like a nod to like American athletic brands. And instead of like your usual like waffle knit where it is just little kind of square puckers in it, this is kind of squares that are created just by yarns, actual yarns being knit around in bigger squares up top, and then you get kind of a negative space making that waffle effect. I think it's kind of easier to see here versus the other color that we have going on, which is going to be the pistachio. So we've got cream and pistachio, two really, really nice colors. I think this is going to be very sweet. I think it's going to pair super well with olives and creams, naturally, as you'd imagine. And it's probably easier to see the contrasting bits here. Something that Takuji does every season with this is that he lines it fully in this Cupro lining, kind of what you'd expect in like a tailored jacket, with like the stripes going down it. He even accentuates it in the sleeves. When worn, you'll see that this actually pokes out of the bottom because it's meant to be a little bit of an accent, as well as it does at the bottom hem of here. It's just finished with these two pockets, so you just have some easy, nice, lax storage, something you can wear around the house or wear outside. They fit very relaxed as well. Everything is going to be sized from 1 to 4. A lot of them only start at 2 because they run a little bit small, as Japanese sizing does, but we have some relaxed styles that will start at a 1. In general, we recommend taking your true Japanese size. So most people size up 1, and I think that that's a fair option to do here. So this, I'd say a 2 would fit kind of like a small medium. 3 would fit like, is that right? Yeah, medium large, and then 4 would fit like a large XL. So take that size. You can check on the website. We have the information there as well. Next up, we have what I like to call, I think, like an austerity Western shirt. The same way like austerity brogues kind of have like, they're like just wingtips and then like some lines. You don't have any of the holes that you'd get in a brogue. This is a Western shirt in design, but you're not getting a lot of the flashy points that you'd see on a normal Western shirt. So it kind of behaves like a regular chambray work shirt. But you do have some nice, sweet little details going on. Instead of the like flashy pearl snaps, you just get these ringlets that come with the rivets from the snaps. And it is just like a nice little like point of like texture and just contrast. I think it's gonna look good with like silver jewelry notes. It just adds a little bit of flash there. And then you also get the contrast stitching throughout it, which is just this nice kind of like sunsetty yellow stitching that I think works really well with the wash on this chambray. I feel like in summer that like yellow and wash denim just are a very natural pairing that a lot of us are fans here, and I think it works really well on this Western shirt. You also get the Western yoke across the back, highlighted by that yellow stitch. So yeah, a really sweet shirt. This one is going to be regular size, so again, take your usual size 2, 3, 4 in this. And we have another shirt from TSS, which in contrast will be a little bit more relaxed in shape. This is going to be just like their relaxed shirt in 100% linen. It's a pretty robust linen too. I really enjoy it because it's kind of in contrast to the almost like businessy nature of this Tattersall check. I feel like a lot of times we see this check, we imagine it under a sport coat, you know, this version kind of leans into the picnicky nature of the check once you really strip it down. And yeah, it feels really nice on skin. It's going to be very breathable, but it will just have a good substance to it. A lot of linen shirts I feel like can feel like you're almost wearing nothing, and which isn't a bad thing in some cases, but this one feels like you're wearing something nice, and that's because it is nice. Yeah, relaxed and fit, but take your usual size for how you want to wear it. If some people can get away with sizing down, but my main concern would be the sleeves. The sleeves lengths do run a little bit short, so do not do a disjustice to yourself in sizing down. Next up, we have a new introduction from TSS. We have the D-ring shorts. The D-ring shorts, the trousers rather, are something we've had across seasons from TSS. It's probably our favorite shape from them. It's kind of like a usual military chino, except it has this built-in belt that comes across. It doesn't actually go all the way around. As you can see, the back has no belt loops. It's completely flat, just a very clean rear. But then in the front, it has these belt that comes out of the sides that just lets you cinch it in and really dial in the fit. You can actually see it here on Kenshawn, my colleague, and I think he's wearing them pretty great. What size are you taking there, Kenshawn? He's wearing a size 3, and that's like, he's usually like a size 34, so that kind of fits in line with the idea of a medium large. And yeah, if you are familiar with the TSS D-ring trousers, the shape is going to be pretty much the same. They just chop them off at the leg, and it comes in this really handsome herringbone twill, kind of like a deep khaki color. They just suits the shape really nicely. And speaking of, we also have a D-ring trouser, and that's actually the trousers that I'm wearing here, made up in the same herringbone cloth, but in a lighter shade. I think we called this bone because it just does have like that kind of desaturated beige color that I think pairs very nicely with things I'm wearing. But also most things. It's kind of just like a slightly more earthy alternative to like a white trouser in the spring that I really enjoy. And yeah, same details that you saw here, just long, and the sizing is going to be about the same across both. But very good trousers. We're big fans. And yeah, and then the next up we have kind of, I guess, the knit line of TSS. They do a lot of tees and a lot of tank tops that we're very big fans of. It's made out of a high gauge cotton, which is just to say that it's a cotton that's knit very densely and thus makes it really smooth on skin. A lot of times you can get a t-shirt that you can almost feel the air passing through it. This is not going to let that happen, but it is very soft and wears really nicely through all seasons. We'll start off with the tanks. The tank tops are going to be a little bit of a slimmer fit just because tank tops, you naturally kind of want to wear them under things. So it just fits a little bit closer to the body, and it does have a little bit of a deeper neck to a tank top, whereas a lot of tank tops, I guess tank tops vary in how they want the neck, but they specifically call this the U-neck. So you will see that it comes down to a nice swoop on the U. But yeah, aside from that, it's what you'd expect of a tank top. It is sized, I believe, 2, 3, 4. So sizing would go as follows. We have this khaki color, this heathered gray, as well as a white. And you'll see some of these colors repeating in the next line of tees, which is just the full t-shirt. Whereas those were a little bit slimmer, these are cut towards the more relaxed size, but not overly relaxed. You definitely want to take your regular size and you'll be good in it. This color is one that we're reissuing after a few years. It's just a nice deep navy, classic navy, can't go wrong with that. But then we also have the same heathered gray from the tank top as well as the off-white. And last for tees, it's a little bit of a specialty. It's something that, a specialty, that's nice. I wasn't even thinking about that. That's pretty crazy. It's a color paneled, like color blocked tee, all in shades of brown. This is something that we picked up from TSS a couple years ago as well, except it was kind of a palette swap. Some of the browns were in different places, and they went with a different color as well. So, you gotta get this like light beige on this side, whereas you get this olivey brown and this true dark cafe brown on the bottom. In terms of weight, this is like a very robust beefy tee. This is like, if you were to Google, yeah, like beefy tee is a thing, right? If you type that and order it, it's gonna fit. Yeah, it's gonna be a similar kind of feeling to that. It's just, like a workwear t-shirt. And the cut is kind of in line with that. It's much more relaxed than even the slightly relaxed fit of this. But again, take your true size. It's gonna be the fit that you want. Some people probably can get away with sizing down if they want it to fit like a more usual shirt, but I just think it's not in the spirit of what the shirt wants to be. It's kind of a statement in itself. You don't need to layer things over it. It's just kind of a t-shirt that'll carry a summer fit, which is not a common thing to come across. And there is actually one more thing which you may have noticed. It's the vest that I'm wearing. It's their asymmetrical, what they're calling the messenger vests. And that messenger namesake actually comes from this nice big slash pocket you see across the back. Which kind of acts as a like a messenger bag that like a cyclist would use. Have it sling across the back, so you have a nice big storage pouch coming across there. I'm trying to remember which side it is. Which side does it come across? Chat, can you tell me? It starts here. Yeah, I see it, guys. So with that, you can kind of just reach back with your left hand. You can fit some pretty crazy things back here, but if you have like a water bottle or something, you can quick grab back there. Or you can also, I guess, I don't know, hold like posters or something you want to keep flat across your back or something. It might work out very well. But there are also some other asymmetrical details, as is this pocket, which is kind of, it almost looks like just like this bubble coming out of my chest. Like, how do you get into this? But there is this little discreet zipper coming across right here that lets you get into that. Bam. But otherwise, you can kind of use this as like kind of how fishermen would put lures on like the little fuzzy part here. You can do that here without any, chance of pinning yourself with that. And then you also have 2 pockets on the side. No snaps or closures. It's just kind of this folded over flap with it has tacks that keep it kind of secure. So easy access. You don't have to worry about like ripping off a button or like messing up a snap or something. I don't know. Takuji does it right. It also has this convenient tab across the chest that I'm putting the microphone on, but it also acts as just another form of a closure when you don't want to have it fully zipped up. But if you did want it zipped up, bam, it has a 2-way zip, which everybody always appreciates, especially me. So I just think it's a really sweet detail to have. It just makes styling incredibly easy. There's a lot of different ways you want to wear this, all the way up, all the way down. There's even, in this stand collar, a little bit of a hood. Bam. It's I believe, a nylon hood in this funky, non-proprietary, realistic tree camo that comes across the top. So if you do, for whatever reason, find yourself in inclement weather, this will keep you covered. But otherwise, you can just keep it tucked in the back, and you just have a really sweet stand collar vest. It is in the same herringbone that we had those D-ring shorts in. So if you want to make yourself a little set, you can. But I think it just pairs nicely with a bunch of other stuff. That is TSS. Be sure to check out the other videos, and take care.